Ladies, gentlemen, and non-binaries, welcome to Ducky Productions. Today, we have a very serious topic to discuss with you.
Something that has been ignored by political parties, by conservationists, by charities around the world. We are here to discuss the Pokemon Cubone.
Cubones, Cubanites, Cubans are a very misunderstood group of Pokemon. And this is largely due to their neglect by the scientific community, which has been so rampant throughout history that we know hardly anything about basic Cuban biology or Marowak husbandry.
One of the only things that we understand about the Cubone is where its skull comes from. Unfortunately, it is from its dearly departed mother. What we don't understand is who Cubone's real mother is. Amongst the Cubone activists, there is a very popular theory that Kangaskhan is in fact Cubone's real mother. This theory seems to have some footing in reality, as Cubone and Kangaskhan do somewhat resemble each other. However, we know from several entries across Bulbapedia, the Pokemon anime, the Pokemon manga, as well as the video games, that Cubone's real mother is in fact a Marowak. We see this when the main trainer enters the tower right outside of Lavender Town. They encounter a very, very sad ghost that will not let them up to the top of the tower. That ghost is then revealed to be a Marowak who is missing her child. Depending upon the game you are playing, the Cubone child will enter into the tower and the mother will depart upon seeing her child safe.
And although this is an incredibly specific situation, the Pokédex for every single Cubone lists that its skull comes from its dead mother, and we can presume that this situation with the ghostly Marowak is the same for every single Cubone. Which would lead us to believe that the skull that Cubone wears upon its head is the skull of a Marowak, even though they look nothing alike.
If you in fact need more evidence that Marowak is Cubone's true mother, you can breed your own Cubone. In order to breed a Cubone of your own, you need to have at least one Cubone or one Marowak. That is the only way to get a Cubone egg. They have to at least breed with a Cubone or a Marowak and another Pokemon from the same egg group. And that is true across any Pokemon game where you can breed your own Pokemon.
Incidentally, as every single Cubone is wearing the skull of its own mother, the question arises of whether when a Cubone evolves into a Marowak, it is wearing the same skull that it was when it was a Cubone, as that is a Marowak skull. And if it is the same skull, that means that every Cubone and every Marowak is wearing a skull that was from the first Cubones ever to exist. Then again, how could this be, since every Cubone wears a Marowak skull, which means that the very, very first Cubone species must have been a Marowak. And every skull that every Cubone is wearing across the world must be thousands, if not millions of years old.
The most pressing plight of all facing the Cubone species is this, though.
If every single Cubone is wearing the skull of its mother, a Marowak, this means that every single Cubone that exists, mother, is dead. And this must mean that every single Cubone is an only child. And so, at most, for every 2 Cubones that exist, only 1 Cubone is born. Meaning that Cubones are slowly going extinct.
In the arms of an Arceus, fly away from here, from the dark Pokemon Center and the endlessness you fear. You are pulled from the Pokeball of your silent revere. You're in the arms of an Arceus. May you find some comfort here. If the plight of the Cubone species speaks to you, then please call 1-800-SAVE-'EM-ALL right now. Have your debit cards, your credit cards, even your HELOC at the ready to make it the biggest donation possible. The more you donate, the more Cubones that we can save. If you don't want the Cubone to go the way of the Ditto Bird, please call that phone number now. Again, 1-800-SAVE-'EM-ALL.
Thank you. How are we going to save him?
Fuck if I know. I'm just getting paid to be here. You want to do another take of that?
Did we cut?
Are we done now? Are we doing another, like, do we...
I assume they're not going to keep that in. I think we're good.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of your silent revere, you're in the arms of an Arceus. May you find some comfort here.
Reverie.
Whatever.